Hey everybody, this is Retro Challenge Gamer with Megaman Rock and Roll, and if you're unclear about why I don't sound as chipper as usual, well, it's another ghost woman situation. In fact, it's worse. Polar woman. This has been the bane of my existence for like 6 days. Unlike Ghost Woman, which I tried to do all in one day, I've taken cues from. Sorry if I'm kind of focusing right now. These enemies are literally the worst. These blader enemies. They're awfully programmed. I guess some people wouldn't call them awfully because they do their job, but they're freaking annoying. I don't even know if this commentary or this take is even going to make it to the final. So yeah, it looks like I'm doing a really good job at this stage. And, you know, after playing it for 5 days straight, off and on, because the Ghost Woman incident has taught me not to stress myself out and literally play for hours at a time if I'm struggling with a level. So when I got frustrated or my wrists started hurting, I stopped. This is my third attempt today recording. There hasn't been too much to talk about other than what you've already seen on screen. These snowmen are actually a lot easier once you realize you can shoot the snowballs that kick out. Here is one of the trickier parts of the level. You just let that blader go right overhead of you and he's fine. There are just so many things. The ice physics combined with the janky hit detection, ledge detection in this game makes this level beyond horrid. So if you thought you missed those jumps just barely hitting those platforms, the ice physics are not going to do you any favors. Now, I will admit, using those mini-bosses from Mega Man 4 as platforms and gimmicks for the stage, that was pretty clever. I will give this particular level that. But overall, this level is one of my most hated levels, worse than Ghost Woman's stage, and I dare say the boss is just as bad, if not worse. I'd want to say this level and this boss is that one level and that one boss. Ghost Woman has been supplanted completely and totally by Polar Woman. See, look, there's just so many things to go wrong in this particular level. This section right here is where I've gotten the most deaths. And even now, I'm struggling through it. It looks like I'm having a fairly easy time, but in actuality, this has taken a lot of practice. And you know what? At this point, I'm going to use the utility just to get some extra energy, which may or may not have been randomly dropped by an enemy either later on, but I'm not taking my chances. And then go back to Buster, because I have the weapon item, so why not use it? Because at this point, I'm really tired of this level. I really am. It's like the mix of two of my most hated level types, water and ice. I do like this gimmick with the cranes, where you actually have to jump from one to the other. They don't use it near enough as to what I was thinking. Shoot the first one, let the top one go over your head, and shoot it on the way back. Now we get into a little bit of an anxiety-inducing area with all these tellies. There's just no reason for them to be here. And there's an actual secret letter, which I found on accident on one of my previous outtakes, one of my previous failed attempts. But yeah, there's tellies nowhere else in the level, and then suddenly there's tellies at the very end. It's not telegraphed at all. Doesn't seem to fit. And of course, you know, that big guy at the end, it's got to be there to mess you up. Okay, now Polar Woman, like most of the other Robot Masters, is completely random, but has several attacks. You just gotta react. First off is she comes at you, and she will never jump, you should never jump over her, because the moment she gets near you, she jumps. She will do that every time. This is her worst attack, right here, because if you hit any of the smaller snowballs, there's no iframes. If you get hit, you will get hit by the big snow ball, and you will be frozen in place. Kind of like you were with Ghost Woman, except that I have never been able to get out of the grip of the snow ice. So it is even worse than Snow Woman. This is literally her worst attack. Oh my god. Ah! Oh! God! Oh, I did it. I don't even care what I got. I just did it. Of course we get the snowballs. We get the stupid dang snowballs. This has a utility usage. Okay, of course it does. Oh, now we get the rush jet. So, like, every two Robot Masters, apparently you get an upgrade with one of your buddy partners. And can I take that E-Tank, Eddie? I really could use that E-Tank. Can I grab that on the way out, please? Double tap, rush button. Okay. Okay, that was a horrible level. I'm gonna save right now before anything else bad happens, okay? It is done. It is over. 5 days of torture are done. That was literally the worst level and the worst boss. The level itself had a lot of things going for it to be terrible. The ice physics, the janky physics of the game, this fan game itself, so many ledge bats, some of the programmed robots determined to be ledge bats, and then Polar Woman herself, where she is actively, if she pulls off 2 different attacks in sequence, like the snowball and then the ice where she lays spikes along the floor and then she dashes at you, it's extremely hard to recover from that without getting hit. And since her attacks come at you so random, it's horrible. You have very little time to react. And the snowball, worse than Ghost Woman's blue ball attack, where I don't even know if you can get out of it. Trust me, I tried to get out of being frozen. It just, you can't. It ruins the fight every single time. So just don't even get hit by the snowballs. I don't even want to talk about this level anymore. I'm done with it. I'm moving on. So until next video, everybody, see y'all later. Stay retro. So there isn't anything I can say that hasn't already been said before about this level. The outtakes really speak for themselves. The first half of these outtakes are literally me figuring out the horribleness of this level and all the ice physics and trying to adapt myself to them. And of course, if you hit jump at any point where you're being held by a crane, it will let you go. Unfortunately. I have no words for this level. I hate it with a passion, and if I were to play this fan game again, I am using all advantages given to me. Rush jet, beat, special weapons. I don't care. I will not do this level again, Buster only. It is that frustrating. And this section alone, I mean, look at it. You see the ice physics? Terrible. And the wonky ledge detection physics, also terrible. I think I made it look too easy in the main primary video, which I was totally not expecting to be the actual one that made it through, that I actually beat. I was just going by rote memory, saying the things that I had been saying for video after video after video, and I don't even think I covered everything. And of course, the rest of this is me literally figuring out how unfair Polar Woman is. She seems easy on the surface, but the one defining characteristic that changes this battle compared to any other Robot Master I have faced is the freezing snowball. That is the one thing that sets her apart from all the rest. Because you can't escape it. Once it hits you, you're done. The battle's over. She's gonna wreck you. I am so glad I beat this. I was very much considering using an E-Tank just to get through her battle. And as you can tell by my reaction, I was so surprised and thankful that the ordeal was finally over. On to the next Robot Master.